And this is Jurn, motherfuckers.
Oof, aggressive. And we are two pro wrestling Twitchers that bring you a podcast each and every goddamn week here on the twitch.tv/thecrowntwitch. Jurn, tell them how it is.
Yeah, it's like that, dude.
Oh, man, I was really trying to keep the fire going.
I can't keep the fire up long. Come on, you know how it is. You've been in wrestling matches with me. Once I do the big fire up, it's over. There's nothing after that. All right, I hit the comeback. I go ah, that's it.
You know what that reminds me of is something I used to love doing when we teamed, especially on town shows, is when we'd let the baby faces blow this awesome shine on us, and we're bumping and feeding, going all around, and then we get to the cutoff, and I'm usually the legal man for the cutoff, and then like you've taken most of the bumps, you're all blown up, and I literally do like a stomp and then tag right back out.
Yeah, it was real fun.
Yeah, and there's one time I did that. We were like, yeah, oh, boom, yeah. And then I went right up to you, slapped you in the back. I was like, all right, get in there, Jurn. And you literally were like, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't like it, all right? I don't like being blown up.
See, the joke was on me, though, because immediately, after that tour, I came back to the States and had 3 singles matches in a row the following weekend. All of them against guys with a bit of a gas tank. And that first night, oh, man, I was grasping for air real bad.
Congratulations.
It wasn't nothing.
You just played yourself.
Yeah. I did. I really did. After that, I was like, okay, that joke's only funny until I have to work by myself again.
Yeah.
What did you type into the chat? I hear you.
Yeah, well, you know, sometimes you got to type. Sometimes you got to type. Okay, get your type on.
Sometimes you just got to type it out, you know? Sometimes you just got to type.
Yeah, see, there we go. Anyway.
My friend, what you type? Okay. Anyway, so as we usually start this, how's your week been?
My week has been pretty good, man. Like, I did some more streams last week. One of them being this past Saturday, where I hosted the first ever episode of Jurn Simmons' Thirst Trap Extravaganza presented by Jurn Simmons.
So good, by the way. If you guys have a chance, go check out the replay and see it on YouTube. It was fantastic.
Yeah, I edited it down for YouTube to like an hour. I think the stream actually went for like 4 hours. I was like,
how long did you expect it to go?
I was thinking of like a hopeful 3.
Hopeful as in you hoped it went that long, or you hoped it was that short? Okay.
I hope it went that long, but then like went way longer because everybody just like popped off and fed off each other really well. Mm-hmm. And like I was super happy with how all of that went. So I'll try to make it like a monthly thing, maybe like every first like Saturday of the month.
Hell yeah.
I'll do that show.
Hell yeah.
And then like for the next one, like I gotta have Hunter as the Bachelor because like he came in last minute, he stole the show, so like he deserves people clamoring and fighting for him now.
That's a good idea.
So if anybody listening to this right now remembers Hunter from the show and wants to fight for his love,
yo, I'll fight for Hunter's love.
Fuck yeah, maybe we'll get you in there.
Yeah, dude, give me a piece of that hunt. I'm on the hunt for Hunter.
All right, but yeah, just if anybody else wants a hunt for Hunter, as AJ so eloquently put it.
Dude, you can go ahead and copyright that. Just give me a nickel every time you use it. Just go ahead. Dude, I've got a billion of these. I'll come up with some more. Don't even worry about it.
All right. But you can always like just DM me on fucking Twitter or any other form of social media, or just like
if you would like Jurn to help you
me on Discord.
If you would like Jurn to help you set you up with someone else, please slide into his DMs so that you can get into their DMs and try to pitch your woo publicly.
Basically, yeah. I mean, here's the thing, right? Anybody on the internet listening to this right now, anybody online listening to this right now, 99% of the people on the internet don't have a fucking chance in hell with me. So don't even bother DMing me about trying to get with me because it's not going to work. All right. But I can try and set you up with other people. So, if you're interested in that, then yeah, then you can hit me up. But yeah, like I did that, and then like the day after, I visited my dad, watched more Breaking Bad. And that's basically been it. I streamed again like yesterday. I went to the gym for the first time in like a month on Monday.
Hell
So
yeah,
big
hell yeah,
step for me.
that's good.
I immediately hated it because there
Oh,
were other people there.
oh yeah, I get
So
that.
I just walked in. I just from the top of my lungs, I was like, "Can you please leave?"
Get
And
out.
they were like, "Who are you talking to?" I was like, "All of you, please, just get out. I just need like 45 minutes, a bing bang boom. I'll be out of here, and you can just like continue on with your bullshit that you call exercising." So yeah,
Dude, I love when you just walk into a room and set it straight. Whew. Gets me all hot and bothered. Do you remember that time me, you, and Jackson all worked out together at that random ass like FitX or whatever in Germany?
yeah, wasn't that in Berlin?
Yeah, we blasted some chest and delts. It was a good day.
Yeah,
I like
it was fun.
you were
Yeah,
like the first person I've worked out with randomly that I was just like, oh, this is pretty fun, and we're close to the same strength. Like you were a bit stronger than me, but like fairly close. So
yeah.
it's like I can keep up. He can keep like he's obviously keeping up, and like we're not getting into each other's way or bullshit talking too much. We're just fucking clanging and banging.
I hate talking in the gym
Yeah,
so much.
it's
Like I remember because my brother is like big into fitness and stuff as well, right? Like which is insane because now he's got like two kids and like he's studying and all that stuff. I'm like, how the fuck do you even still have time for working out?
he's
But
Gohan.
whatever. Yeah, basically. Except he's not as smart. But
I thought you were gonna say he didn't lose his unlocked potential.
oh well, he did that for sure.
Uh,
Cause like my brother was actually like he used to do kickboxing, right?
yeah, you told me.
And then like he was getting scouted like by some pretty like big name trainers in the
Yeah,
Netherlands.
it's Holland.
But
Of course he was.
yeah, but like not everybody gets scouted by them.
Oh, fair enough.
You know what I
Are you
mean?
telling me that
Like
Boss Bruton doesn't stop by every gym?
no.
That's pretty disappointing.
Unfortunately, like maybe I would have actually kept training then. But
Just to meet Boss.
yeah. Like oh boss, like I don't really give a fuck about MMA and fighting and stuff, but you're my hero, dude.
Can I see your hand
Um,
tattoos?
Yeah. Can you do the splits like in the air for me right now? Um, but like my brother was actually like naturally like pretty fucking gifted at kickboxing and stuff, which is like why those guys like wanted him to train with them.
Mm-hmm.
But then he was like, "No, I'm gonna go into the army." And everybody's just like, "What?" But that I don't know. That was his big dream as a kid. So he was just, that's just what he went for.
Huh. He watched
But
Universal Soldier and he was just like, this is what I gotta do.
yeah. But so but he's big into fitness as well, like I said. But there's been a couple of times where he and I have worked out together, and it's the worst fucking experience of my life. Because I love my brother, but then I'll do a set, he'll talk to me non fucking stop. You know what I mean? He's just like, oh yeah, by the way, it's blah 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 blah, just telling me about his life. He's just like, dude, I'm trying to focus down here and work out. And then he'll do a set, so I'll just like talk to him because I'm like, okay, I guess this is like how it goes. And then he'll just be he'll just be like, hey, can you shut up when I'm working out? It's like, are you fucking serious right now? How dare you? You know? So then it just like gets awkward, and then we just like start doing our own workouts. So yeah.
Yeah. Like it's you and Tyler Colton. Both of you guys I can get in the gym with and have a good workout.
Yeah.
And there's not too much chit chat. There's a little conversation between sets, but like you hit the big lifts, you go on and do
Yeah.
you go on and do your other stuff, and yeah.
I've never worked out with Tyler.
It's a good time.
You know? Yeah, I can imagine he's kind of same mindset. Like, honestly, like I had that with Tim in the academy. Like Tim hates working out, obviously, but the couple of times I was there and he and I like worked out at around the same time. It's kind of the same shit. Yeah, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, you do your sets if you both have rest in between, you kind of shoot the shit for a little bit, but then like you just go about your workout besides that.
See, when ever I worked out with Tim, we were always just grappling. Like I would do my weight training separate than him because I don't know, his thing isn't my thing. I wasn't a fan of his. Obviously, his training works for him, but he's limited on what he does because of injuries, stuff like that. He doesn't really like lifting with weights.
He's a broken down old man.
Yeah, I personally like also love lifting with weights, so I want to like go about it real proper into certain routines and stuff like that. So whenever me and him trained, it was either just deck of cards, which killed me. But it's very motivating being next to that scary man, or we would just grapple for like an hour or two, and I would learn some stuff, and I would get hurt.
Old man Timon.
Old man Timon.
Instead of old man Logan.
Oh man.
I think at one point Tim wanted to get like old man Logan inspired trunks.
Really?
Like old man Logan gear. I was like, yeah, fucking do it, and then he didn't do it. I was like, you pussy.
Oh, what a little sissy.
That's not very punk rock of you, bro.
Later, after we're done Guild Wars 2, which comes immediately after the stream, and everything like that, we should both text Tim at the same time, being like, hey, you're on television now. Get some old man Logan gear, you bitch.
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't watch NXT, so I have no idea, like, what Tim's been doing.
Every once in a while, I'll just see what his match was, and if it intrigues me, I'll watch it.
Yeah, but I should ask him if he's like, hey man, are you quoting like Berserk on TV right now? Yeah, like, because I remember like
especially like the super gruesome parts.
Yeah. Or did you just yelling Griffith over and over? But I remember talking to him about it like ages ago, because you know he and I both love Berserk, and I was just like, yeah, you should like, you know, you're kind of like Guts. You should work that shit in there. And he was just like, you know what? I've thought about it. Because like back then, it was like the whole like ring conf breakup stuff where he was kind of like feuding with Walter and everything. So he was just like, yeah, I could do the thing where like it's kind of the Guts and Griffith scenario where Guts talks about like or Griffith goes on and he sacrifices everything like for his castle and his kingdom, right? And he's like, yeah, like that's Walter, and then I'm Guts. I'm just like the common man, just fighting, you know, day by day. It's just like, yeah, do it.
Working hard for the man.
I was just like, yeah, do it, and then he didn't do it.
Disappointment.
Yeah, for sure.
So what else?
But how's your week been, AJ?
Oh, hold on one sec. Entertain the audience. One quick sec.
Yeah, what do you mean entertain the audience? What, you think I'm like some kind of fucking puppet? So that's kind of just how the cookie crumbles for your boy Jurn.
How's the cookie crumble?
Like that, dude.
Word. So yeah, and then this morning, just pick it right back up. Then this morning, I got on Guild Wars 2 that we were starting to find out that I wasn't doing tutorial missions, or there was a big tutorial character. I had just picked the wrong character all along.
Yeah. I was just like, because I was just thinking, like, when you told me about that, I can't remember a tutorial, you know, in any MMO.
Yeah, it seemed weird to me too once you pointed it out, and then I was like, no, I didn't pick like the elf character though, did I? I didn't create anything. Apparently I did.
Hey, you have to go through a bunch of menus as well, or maybe you just went to skip to the end. I don't know, because you can do that too.
Maybe. It's probably what I did. It's probably definitely what I did now that I think about it. But yeah, that's been my week. Crazy, hectic, just trying to find stuff. You know, it is what it is. But that brings us
I said that earlier as well. It is what it is.
Oh, did you? That's your go-to. Yeah. If we confirmed before we actually hit this rolling.
I have a lot of catchphrases, I think.
So,
but
to the topic at hand, what we've all been waiting for, and Jurn was hoping you would vote for last week.
Yes.
And the inspiration for this podcast, both our streams, all that kind of stuff, is our favorite content creators.
Yes.
Cool. All right, let's wrap it up. And
good talk. Let's start Guild Wars.
Yeah. So we're gonna.
But yeah, favorite content creators. The thing is, I still can't get over the fact that like last week people pick favorite supplements. I've no like. I just put that in there because I thought it was the lamest fucking thing in the world. But like my favorite content creators is like I don't know how you mainly digest content, AJ. Like
like
I mainly watch it on YouTube.
same.
That's my main thing. Like I'll be on Twitch as well, but usually I'll watch more stuff on YouTube. So obviously I follow like a bunch of Dokkan Battle people, but like
So
let's
you
not
watch
get into that too much.
Dokkan battle stuff on YouTube.
Yeah, among things.
Is it like the summonings that you're watching, or is it just them playing in general?
Them playing in general, like sometimes people have strategies for certain modes and that sort of stuff and team building, which I think is very interesting.
Okay.
But my favorite YouTube channel is a channel called Funhouse, Funhaus, which I've followed for a couple of years now. I got into it because of Ahmed.
Hmm.
He, because it's like they're a part of a company called Rooster Teeth, which also has a subsection called Achievement Hunter, which is, I guess, like one of my first like experiences or knowing of content creation. Like
Okay.
their channel used to be just like, hey, here's how you get these achievements in these games, which is how I found out about them because I looked up achievements for The Force Unleashed and Fable 2.
Hmm.
And but then like they started doing Let's Play stuff. And I think like one of their first Let's Play videos was them like all playing Trials together. I don't know if you know that game.
No.
It's basically like you have to race on a bike, but it's from the side and you have to like angle the bike and stuff and not crash and that sort of thing.
Okay. So
But
now,
yeah.
when they're playing together, like doing these streams, are they still going for a specific achievement, or is it just a live stream?
No, it's just a live stream.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, but they didn't do live streams per se. They just did YouTube videos.
Oh,
Yeah, I
okay.
mean,
So
so
it's just
it would
let's
just be,
plays.
yeah, exactly. So, but I knew Funhouse from them because, like I said, Funhouse is part of Rooster Teeth, the same company as well, and they like to kind of get Funhouse a little more notoriety. Like they would have them collab with Achievement Hunter because Achievement Hunter was bigger than them at that time. Uh, and like they played Smite actually, which is funny. But then later, like I never really went to check out their content,
Hmm.
and then later Ahmed brought it up, like I said, and he showed me them playing, I think like WWE 2K17 or something. But it was like one of their guys had just like created the rest of them in the game and then had just planned out like complete shows and all of that kind of stuff. I was just like, this is actually like really funny, even though it's wrestling and I hate it, but it's actually really funny. And yeah, like he had like come up with gimmicks for all of them. Yeah, I mean, like one of their one of the people, one of their people is like part Native American, like in like well, like fucking like 1/16th or whatever. I don't know. So then like he was created like in the game, but then like with a Native American gimmick.
Hmm.
So then he would every like they have multiple episodes of it. One episode he wrestles Jack Swagger for the right to call himself a real American, and then the like the next week he wrestles Tatanka, like all that kind of stuff.
What's a
That
Tatanka?
Oh yeah, dude, I don't know. But yeah, like I really like Funhouse. I think like I remember sending Benjamin Funhouse videos not too long ago, and then he would watch him and he would be like, "Dude, like it's like I'm watching one of your streams."
I feel like that's a pretty big compliment.
Yeah, like that's how I took it as well. He's just like, "Yeah, like the humor is kind of the same because obviously like they're," and I was just like, "Yeah, it makes sense because they're a pretty big influence."
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's one for me.
I guess one for me, I guess we'll go back and forth. For me, the
Yeah.
first YouTube channel that I really like subscribed to and was consistently watching their videos as much as possible, I think was PlayStation Access,
Okay.
which is UK based, and they're like an official kind of like PlayStation news kind of thing. in as much of a sense as I guess a YouTube channel could be. They originally started like two guys both worked for Yogscast and kind of did this as a Yogscast or whatever offshoot or something like that. But then they like branched off and made it their own thing and started their own company, and now like they're their own YouTube company in a sense. And it started with the one Rob Pearson. He would make Friday features.
Okay.
And it would be like 7 this or 7 that, and it would be like a list video pretty much, but he called it Friday Feature, and those really hooked me. And then I just started watching all their stuff, and they started like about 2 years ago, they started doing live streams because that was getting even more popular, so they would do that on like Thursdays. And now with like the coronavirus and everything, they're doing most of their stuff as like live streams and everything, and it's just fun stuff. Like around Christmas time, they would do like these 7 trials. So the team would go up against the one Rob Pearson, and they'd have to pick which one of their team would try to complete these trials in a game. Like there was a thing where like they hooked the one girl up to a heart monitor, and she had to try to get through a really hard part in Death Stranding without getting noticed by the Death Stranding, and her heartbeat couldn't go up a certain level.
Okay.
So stuff like that. So that those were always fun. And they're just
Yeah,
like,
but that's unique shit.
yeah.
I mean,
And then what some of the best ones I've done is their guy Rob Pearson, who's the one who does the Friday features, but he's also the bald one that gets super angry at people. It'd be him and Dave, and they would play.
You always
Rocket
need
League.
an angry person, dude.
True that. True that.
That's actually true.
And they would play Rocket League, and they would just get so mad. But it would also be a nail biter because you're legitimately rooting for him, so you're kind of watching almost like a sport. And whenever Rob would go back, there's one episode where Rob was just starting to play really bad, and like in the chat, people just started putting yikes, and he looked up and noticed. He's like, "Why do you keep saying yikes? Stop saying yikes. I realize how bad I'm doing. Stop pointing it out. No, if another person says yikes or whatever it was, and he was getting so mad, and like Dave was just like, "Be nice to our chat, please." Like they were like our supporters, and like Rob would get so mad. And then whenever they're doing a stream, one of their editors is like moderating it and like going back and forth between the screens and adding stuff to the screen if need be. So then all of a sudden in the corner of the live stream, you just see like the word yikes pop up in the corner, and then a bunch of S's or something. And then like eventually Rob looks up and he sees the feedback from the stream, and he just sees that in the corner. He's like, "Oh, it's very funny. Our editor Dan thinks it's hilarious."
Oh, so they basically have a producer like live on stream. That's pretty sick.
Kind of. It's just one of their editors that like will act as the acting mod, and like if something needs to be rearranged or they need a scoreboard up, he'll do it live for them.
All right, fair enough.
So that was a big one for me. They've had a couple presenters like move around stuff. Like Holly Bennett was one of the original ones, but she went to go work for CD Projekt Red.
Okay.
She's like a big PR person behind Cyberpunk 77, I believe, or 2077.
Okay.
And then they've had 2 other people come in, but recently the one left, and I forget what her name is. I think it's like someone that was from WhatCulture ended up leaving WhatCulture and went over to PlayStation Access and started working for them, which was cool. Because it was funny because like I'm a fan of WhatCulture as well, and then I saw her announcing like I'll be leaving. I was like, oh, she was a really good presenter. And then a week later, PlayStation Access was like, hey, we're announcing a new member of our team. I was like, oh, this is cool. But what was weird to me is she never really did much of the game presentation on WhatCulture. She usually was just on the WhatCulture like main channel. Yeah. And like she was the big horror person, so she did a lot of the horror videos and top 10s. And then all of a sudden she's just doing gaming stuff now.
Who gives a fuck?
She's really good at it, so I thought it was cool.
Yeah, if you can present, you can present. You know what I mean? Like,
could you have made that sound sketchier?
Probably, yeah.
Try.
No. But yeah, like that's mainly a YouTube thing as well, like, or what? Because you mentioned live streaming as well, which I'm assuming they do by Twitch, right?
No, they do. PlayStation Access does all their live streams on YouTube. They're purely YouTube.
Oh, okay, yeah. You can live stream on YouTube as well. Yeah. I see like a bunch of the Dokkan YouTubers do that actually.
Yeah, apparently,
like they'll stream on YouTube.
Apparently, streaming on YouTube is a bit of a pain, but I think they're like strictly a YouTube channel. Like they have like 2 million subs. Yeah. So I think if they have a contract or something with YouTube or however it is at this point, I think like Twitch would probably just be against them or hurt them by
Well,
doing
yeah,
it there.
like that's the thing. Like that's how big fucking streaming is now, where there are contracts like that, right? Because
Hmm.
there's like this female streamer called Valkyrie, I think,
Okay.
who like blew up like insanely fast. I think she like started streaming on Instagram or some shit, and then went to Twitch. But now she streams solely on YouTube because YouTube fucking gave her a contract to do that. Since he makes like way more money there.
Fair enough.
And I think like a guy, Disguised Toast, like he streams exclusively on Facebook now because Facebook basically gave him a
Oh
contract.
yeah,
Yeah.
Facebook has like Facebook Gaming now because they bought out
Yeah.
what was it?
Mixer, right?
Mixer, yeah, which was the
Yeah.
Xbox or Microsoft version of Twitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which Ninja used to be a part of, right?
Yeah, so then he's now back on Twitch, which was weird. Like
Yeah.
he signed a contract with Mixer, left Twitch, and then Twitch, like some people thought it was like poor form, but I was like, of course Twitch would do this. Like now if you went to his page, it was like locked down, but they would redirect you to other streamers that were similar or whatever, and like kind
Yeah.
of use his following and keep his channel open, but then use it as a way to boost other people's stuff. And they're like,
Yeah,
oh,
which
how can you how
makes perfect sense.
yeah,
Yeah.
but people are like, "Oh, how can you do that? Like it's his," and it's like, it's. I mean, it's not his. It's their website. Like for
Yeah,
everyone.
also it's not like he's ever on it anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, like he
Yeah.
has a contract somewhere else, and then of course Mixer went out, and then his contract got bought out for Twitch or whatever it was. But like that also irritates me when people are like, "Oh, how can you do that? That's his channel. He built it." And this, yeah, it's true, but you read the terms and service, and he has a partnership deal and all
He
that.
also
Like,
built it. He built it on their service.
yeah, it's their it's their
Because they're
service.
right.
Like
Yeah.
when like I've seen people be like, "Oh, you can't like ban me from putting this on Twitter or Facebook or this or whatever. I have the right." It's like, no, you don't. It's not. It's not like you're going outside and yelling. It's somebody's service. It's somebody's company.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like if I was on Twitch and I would whip out like a real gun and start shooting like on stream. You know what I mean? Then and then Twitch would ban me. I couldn't just go like that wasn't right. You know what I mean? Like I have every right to fucking pull a gun and start shooting.
Are you
So
referencing a real incident? Because this has happened.
no, I didn't reference a real incident, but the whole thing is just like, yeah, it's in Twitch terms of service that you don't do that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's fully in that right. Like you agree to that.
I've
So
seen like I think it was a story that I heard on Team Triple Jump, which we'll get to in a bit, of a dude supposedly like brandishing a weapon on his stream and then it going off by accident or something else, and Twitch was just like, nope, and then like canceled him. And he was like, oh, like how can you do that or whatever? And they're like, what are you doing bringing a firearm onto your stream? And like it went off. Like we're not. What is wrong with you?
yeah. But yeah, I gotta say, like, because I mentioned like Dokkan YouTubers and stuff. One of my favorite content creators as well is like he's on YouTube, but also Twitch. So like he streams on Twitch as well.
Hmm.
Is DattoDoya, who primarily plays Dragon Ball Fighters, and I don't fucking know why. Like I haven't played Fighters in forever,
Really?
right? So yeah, like I don't play games outside of streaming. AJ, I don't have the time.
Fair enough. Same. Same.
but
I played
but
Worms
there's like
Rumble off the stream the other day just to test it out for stream.
yeah, exactly. So I'm still like subscribed to a couple of like Dragon Ball Fighters like content creators like Dragon Ball Fighters YouTube pages,
Hmm.
but I just won't watch their content because like I'm not that invested in a game anymore.
Yeah.
I really like the game, but yeah, you know how it goes. Um but then like I'll always still watch his videos because for me, I guess like part of me it's part admiration as well because he just does not get tilted at fighting games at all, which
That's not me.
is like no, like and I like it's hard for me to like wrap my head around that. You know what I mean? Where he'll get his ass beat like real bad and he'll just laugh. I'm like, how how are you built like this? Yeah, I mean, but I don't know, like his videos and his streams in general, I think are just like he's very like funny off the cuff. I think like so that's like a big strength of his.
Yeah.
But then also it's just a lot of fucking positive energy,
Yeah.
you know,
That's something
which
I
is
really like with a lot of the streamers and content creators I watch is nowadays everyone's just like, hey, like let's make a safe space, let's be positive, let's use this as an escape, let's not bring your bullshit here. How about that?
yeah, I mean, like it depends. Yeah, I mean, because like what I brought up earlier, like Achievement Hunter, they would have a guy on their on their team called Michael.
Uh-huh.
His whole thing was just that he got pissed at video games. He had like his own series on their channel called Rage Quit, where he would play a different game every week and he would rage quit that game every week, right? Which is also like it was just like a gimmick, right? But it's also a thing of like I like watching that shit as well. You know, I think that's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like I said,
I mean,
one dude, Rob Pearson, like he'll get pretty tilted when he's playing
yeah,
games and people
exactly.
are commenting, and like all of his like cohorts or whatever think it's hilarious, and everybody else thinks it's hilarious. But then eventually he'll calm down, and but then he'll just get angry again.
Yeah, I mean, uh, but you know, I like different version of it or whatever. I just like it when people emote and have a lot of personality because I think there's a lot of like content creators and stuff out there that are just really boring
Yeah, like
as people.
I think there's
You know
some.
what I
I
mean?
think there's some out there, especially when it comes to Twitch, that like see Twitch superstars, whatever, that they like to watch, and usually
Yeah.
they're ones that are really good at the game, so they get to be quiet and be calm and restrained, and they just watch the game, and they think that's why everybody's there. But people are there because either they're very entertaining or they're really good at the game. So people that aren't so good at the
Yeah,
game
yeah.
will think like, oh, I can just play games and sit there, and people will like tune in. But that's just not necessarily the case unless you're like an expert at the game.
Yeah, exactly. Like but then you have like people like DrDisrespect,
Yeah.
which he's like a fusion of the two,
Yeah.
where he's really fucking good at shooters, but then he's also like this huge ass personality, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, it's but that's also probably why he's like one of the fucking top streamers in the world,
Yeah.
you know. But yeah, I think like there's so many streamers out there that are just I don't know, man. Like it's just so fucking boring. Like they don't emote anything. Like even if you're it's what you were saying, right? Like some people are just really good at the game. That's their content. All
Yeah.
right, cool. No worries. But if you're like most people, because most people are just really average at pretty much every fucking game, you know what I mean? And if you're like most people, then at least like emote, like have some semblance of personality, because otherwise, what the fuck am I looking at? You know what
It's
I mean?
funny you
It's
say that because I've talked about Kyle a bunch, right?
yeah, yeah.
His little
Your little
sis,
brother.
yeah, his little sister, which I guess by proxy is my little sister, has started streaming within the past couple weeks. And last night, like, it's one of the last like couple days of this one map on Call of Duty Warzone. So we all got back together. I made sure to section it off so I could play. And we're like 20 minutes into playing this game, and then all of a sudden, like, Hannah was just like, and if you guys want to follow her real quick, I'll look it up to give her that little shout out. Her name is fuck, I can't find it.
Gonna look
Atomic.
up her name.
It's Atomic Olive on Twitch.
Oh, I
But
thought
like,
Atomic Kitten.
no, but like 20 minutes in, she's like, "Hey, can you guys leave a comment or something? Like, I'm so close to affiliate." And I was like, We're in the middle of a game. What are you talking about?" And she's like, "Oh, I'm live." I was like, "What? Why did?" First off, I was like, "First off, why didn't you say anything?" Second, we've been playing this game for like 20, 30 minutes, and you've only talked to us. You've barely said a thing. And then
Yeah.
and then I went onto her channel, and she's gotten a lot better about it. And she's pretty good at Call of Duty and stuff, so she's worth checking out. But I got on there and I looked, and she's like not even fully on camera at the time. And so I'm just like, Hannah, like, get in front of the camera. And she's like, I'm doing something.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, go feel
Well,
free.
that's the thing is like, with like, because we've talked about it. I've talked to like Kurt about it. I've talked to Ahmed about it. I've talked to Benjamin about it. Right. That's like it's so much now, especially because of the pandemic. Like a bunch of wrestlers just like sworn to Twitch and just went to Twitch. It's just like I'll do this now to try and get like a fucking cheap buck. Yeah, I mean, try to exploit people for money. But then like fucking at least 90% of them, it's just them playing the game like completely silent, just like sitting there.
Yeah.
And it's just like, okay, dude, you could just fucking play the game on your own time
There's
and
been
not.
there's been a bunch of people that have come up lately, in and out of wrestling, that are just like, oh, this is popular, do that now, and I'll make money. And like some of them do well,
Yeah.
but just because they have a name to them. But literally, the most entertaining thing about them is the setup they have and like the outlines and stuff, because they just sit there and don't say anything.
Yeah. It's, I don't know. I think it's infuriating.
Yeah, it certainly can be.
You know, if I want to see shit like that, I just look up a speed run of the game on YouTube, dude. Like,
Oh, dude. So there's some
come
speed
on.
runs that
Like
are
speed
super
runs are sick.
entertaining.
Like I
Yeah.
really like speed runs, but
Especially when they talk through like what they're doing. Like I watched one that was like a charity thing, and it was like Resident Evil 2 remake, and they were going to beat the speedrun record and beat the entire game in an hour 7 minutes. And he was just like, yeah, if you go through this door, make sure you're far to the left because the zombie jumps out, but if you're far enough to the left and you instantly go left on the D-pad, you can go right by him. And then down here, it usually takes about like 5 seconds to get into this hallway, but make sure you stick to the right, because when the sucker comes out, it comes out from the ceiling right here, but you can miss it if you're like this far to the right. But if you're like a pixel off, it will grab you. And I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ.
yeah. That's the thing. Like I've recently Taylor made Aiden Taylor has been streaming, right?
Yeah.
And he's streamed Tomb Raider 2 a bunch of times where he's basically just like practicing to speed run it, you know? And he like so he also talks about and shows like certain like glitches and exploits and stuff, which then it becomes interesting. Yeah, I mean, if you just fucking sit there and just, don't express anything, it's like, well, what the fuck is the point of the stream? But I've seen like so many obviously I mainly see wrestlers do it because they get recommended to me because I guess like it's the Twitch fucking knows,
Mm.
It's because of the fucking they're all hacking, dude. They're all in the mainframe. My fucking FBI agent is watching me through my webcam right now as I talk about this.
Bunch of fucking
Um
Neos in there just taking the blue pill.
yeah. But
There's a
like it's
90s
mainly
reference.
it's mainly wrestlers that I see it with.
Mm.
It's just like, yeah, you have no idea like what the fuck you're doing.
So what's another channel you like that they do know what they're doing?
One that I've recently have really gotten into is a guy called John Circa.
Okay.
So I did the dating show on Saturday, right?
No,
And
wrong.
I've talked about this on stream a bunch of times before. I just completely ripped it off from somebody else on Twitch.
Hmm.
I think like his channel is called like the Austin Show, and like his show is called Lover Host. So like you guys can look that up, but also don't, because then you'll see how blatantly I ripped it off. But so but that guy like mainly just like kind of runs game shows on his channel, like the Austin Show guy. And then so John Zerka is this dude that at one point showed up on like one of those like dating shows. But he just like goes super fucking hard on like this really bro bouncer character,
Okay.
which is kind of like it's very weird on Twitch, considering everybody's just like a nerdy streamer gamer. You know what I mean? Like even like the gamer girls on there and all that kind of stuff. But he just goes super fucking hard on that, and it's golden, dude, because it because everybody just like kind of gets outraged and all of that stuff by his shit, even though like it's super obvious. Like I'm sure like if you'd watch like a couple of minutes of him, you'd be able to tell it's like, oh, this guy's working.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, like he's like doing a gimmick. But so I've been watching some of his streams and all that kind of stuff. But the thing is, he does like every day does like 15-hour streams
Jesus.
or something.
That's
And like his shit
commitment.
is just like, yeah, he'll just like go on, like he'll just do just chatting streams, and like sometimes he'll just like watch anime movies on YouTube, and then like comment on it,
Nice.
which is if you can make that your content, fuck yeah, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
but then in a similar vein, like another dude that that's gonna sound weird, another dude that I've gotten into, but
Oh.
another content creator that I've gotten into is a guy called Jay Schlatt, who used to be he only does YouTube now. Like he used to stream, but he doesn't anymore. But he used to make Minecraft videos.
Hell
But
yeah.
I know him from like that lover host stuff as well. And it's for the exact same reason that I like John Zerka, why I like him, is because he just like fully commits to a character and like doesn't break, and he just does it for an entire show. And like so at one point he's like the bachelor, like in the bachelor role, right? And he's playing this character that's just like a Catholic that's repressing his like homosexuality.
Okay.
He's there with like 10 girls or whatever who are trying to like win him over, and he starts the show by flirting with the host who's a guy, and then he also goes like, "Where are the two hot big men I wanted?" And then later, like the girls will ask him like, "Yeah, you're Catholic, like you're very strong in your beliefs. Are you a virgin?" He's like, "Absolutely."
Huh.
I absolutely am. It's like I'm here for the long haul. I'm not into all that modern bullshit like open relationships and all that garbage. You like come here to settle down with me. We'll get married, and then we'll see how it goes, like sex wise. And then, but then one of the girls asks him like, "Yeah, but what if it's super disappointing? What if like the girl's really bad at sex?" He's like, "It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The only important thing is 9 months later a baby pops out." But like he just goes so hard on it like the entire time that like half of the girls on the show are convinced he's actually like that. And then his YouTube videos are great because like he actually like has edited it like super funny. So yeah, those are a couple of more that I like. AJ, how about you?
The next one that comes to mind is Team Triple Jump,
Yeah.
which is Ben Potter and Peter Austin, which are originally from WhatCulture. And then, oh man,
Okay.
grip it and sip it.
Yeah. Sorry.
But they're originally from WhatCulture. Then they moved to join the Yogscast, and they got the chance to make their own channel called Vidiots. But after a year, it didn't get like the subs that they were hoping for, so they canceled their contracts. But then Cultaholic picked them up as a version of their own gaming channel called Team Triple Jump. And so far,
Jesus.
they've done really well. They've got like 100,000 subscribers and growing. And I really like their stuff. They do some playthroughs and let's plays. They also do some really fun list videos. They do like ranked lists of like entire console generations and games and stuff like that. Like they've got a plethora of things, and it's really fun. They do worst games ever, where they literally play games that have been sent into them that are just notoriously super bad, and just play through it
Okay, okay.
and see what they think and all that kind of stuff. So those are a lot of fun. And again, they started that at WhatCulture, but WhatCulture didn't like them doing it. Then they did it at Vidiots. Then when they went to Triple Jump, they brought it with them. So some of their gags go all the way back to like their WhatCulture days from years prior. But either way, it's like they're a lot of fun, and those are probably that channel on PlayStation Access is probably my biggest inspiration for doing the YouTube and the Twitch and all that stuff. And like my go-to now is like Team Triple Jump for sure.
Yeah, like you've mentioned them a bunch of times before to me. I'm like not familiar with their stuff at all, but that's because like I'm not familiar with anything from What Culture.
Okay.
I wrestled for What Culture, but that's pretty much all I know about it. Like it's just like a site that I'm just completely unaware of. Like it completely went by me.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I don't think I've ever seen their content or anything like that. But I've seen them. They've been recommended to me a couple of times, like on Twitch
WhatCulture
and
Team Triple
stuff.
Jump.
Triple Jump.
Yeah, like I have them under my like selected like channels to watch, and I host them. They're on my like auto host list or whatever. Not that they need my help, but Like just to
But
help do it.
maybe they'll give you their help when
Maybe,
they see it.
but just to
When they see that big fat one person host.
yeah. But it's really just to like introduce more people to them because again the reason they lost out on Vidiots is because not enough people like that YouTube algorithm's a little broken, not enough people
Yeah, yeah.
came over with them, but now they're doing really well, so like I love to see it and everything. But yeah, they're definitely my go-to. They've gotten me through some tough times a lot. They really help me relax. I've put on some of the like they have like an hour and a half long video of like best consoles in history based on like the general ratings of the games, how many units sold, general reception, and like how many games came out for it. And like it's an hour and 45 minutes, and it goes even goes through consoles you never knew existed. Like it's pretty cool.
All right.
And like
I
I'll turn
remember
that on and
like
fall asleep.
because like what you said about what was it like the worst games that they play and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Like I like that kind of reminded me of like Funhouse has this series called Demo Disc
Yeah, I watched some of those
where
with you.
yeah, where it's basically they get like you had magazine like, back in the day you had gaming magazines,
Back in
right?
our day.
Yeah, you had gaming magazines. Sometimes those would come with like discs with demos on them of games coming up and
Mm-hmm.
stuff, and that's how you would find out about games coming up. But they have basically have a bunch of those and just play them, and it's usually the games are fucking awful. So it's pretty funny.
What's fun about that is not a lot of people realize this, or apparently more people didn't realize this than I realized. But in those old PlayStation like CD cases, sometimes the back would pop up and move to reveal like a demo disc for an upcoming game.
Yeah. I
But
remember that. Yeah.
but most people didn't. A lot of people apparently didn't know about that. So a lot of demo discs have gone like unopened and unseen in the back of some of these cases because people didn't realize that they did that.
Yeah. Yeah, because they didn't really promote that. That
Yeah,
was the case.
like you'd think it'd be on the case somewhere or something, but no. And
No.
I actually just recently, for my dad, pulled out our old PlayStation 1. And so now, after this, I'm going to go upstairs and look through all the cases and see if there's any random demo discs.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Like,
I
oh,
don't blame
man,
you.
we had 10 games and now we have 15.
Is there anything like non-gaming related
Yeah, like
that you're into?
I love Coach Greg for all the fitness stuff.
Yeah,
He's just entertaining in general. We've talked about him plenty
Yeah.
on the channel.
Yeah.
More plates, more dates is interesting. We've talked about him as well.
Yeah, I just saw like him in my sub feed, so
Yeah. WhatCulture, again, I really like. I don't watch the wrestling one because I just need a break from wrestling and stuff. But also,
yeah, I understand that.
I really like scary YouTube list videos and stuff on YouTube. So
Oh, okay.
top fives
Yeah.
is really good. There's one called Slapped Ham that goes over creepy stuff. That's good. Shivers, pretty decent.
Have you ever heard of Corpse Trust? Or no, Corpse Husband, sorry.
I have not.
Because he's a YouTuber that has blown up like an insane amount. And it's because recently like he's been playing Among Us, right? And he has like this super deep voice,
Uh huh.
which like it's in fucking insane how deep his voice is.
I
Like
just
I think
found him.
Benjamin showed me like the other day how like he was streaming Among Us live on YouTube. He had like 117K concurrent viewers, which is insane. Um, the thing is, like, I think like his YouTube channel got started with him like reading scary stories.
Yeah, I'm looking at him now. He's got 5.76 million subs, and one of
Yep.
his things is horrifying paranormal experiences.
Yeah, like he just reads scary stories. You know, like that was initially his content, and I think he knew PewDiePie or it was something like that, but he got put into Among Us games, and because his voice is so insane, like he just like went crazy viral, and all of his shit blew up.
That's neat.
So
See, out of this podcast,
he also makes music.
What?
Yeah, he also makes music, like he raps. So
What a multi-talented man. See, now coming out of this podcast, I have someone else to take a look at and get into.
yeah,
So yeah, we've hit just about an hour.
Yeah, I think so too.
And I think we gave some good channels for you guys to go and check out and support and keep thriving. I'm sure there'll be.
I mean, most of them are pretty fucking big channels.
Yeah,
So
true. And I'm sure at
if you
some.
really, yeah.
I'm sure at some point we'll have like a follow up to this, like, content creators part 2, because we'll just discover more stuff and want to talk about it.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah. And anything else do you wanna wrap up on before I raid it on over to you for Guild Wars 2? P.S. I'm gonna need a break in between to use the little boys' room.
Okay, I have to go live before I do. But,
Oh,
let so no, I've nothing really to bring up. I think like maybe next time if we do talk about like content creation again, we could talk about like what um what we get out of it. Yeah,
yeah,
I mean,
sure.
kind of like what we get out of it, what we want to do, like
Do you want to
this
make
and that.
do
Yeah, I
you,
mean,
do you want to make that next week?
we could
Yeah,
if
why
people
not?
want that.
A little
Sure.
follow up. I don't care what they want. That's not what content creating is about. It's about us, damn it.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true. I can't come up with a title for the Guild Wars.
No worries. Gilding it with the boys. But anyway, thanks guys for tuning in this week. Really appreciate
Yes,
you guys
thank
being
you.
here. And make sure to like, download, subscribe, hit the bell button, whatever else that is involved with all this stuff. And we'll talk to you next week.
Yes. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.